No child should have to fight to be part of a family or a community.
Children should be able to get the proper medical care they need.
How can we help over 280,000 children with disabilities to learn?
Children have the right to go to school and learn.
When do we start to learn special lessons from children with disabilities?
What can we do to mobilise over 1 million children to get the assistive devices they need?
All children have the right to be included, cared for and loved.
Although Chaeli is the face of the Chaeli campaign, the spirit that drives the work that we do is the interaction and the teamwork that exists amongst the 5 founding members.
The Chaeli campaign changes the world of differently able children, but not only the children, it changes the whole world of the family and the community.
And she saw an electric one and she just went crazy and she got into it in the shop and she zoomed around and she decided that's what she wanted. And the manager there said to her that she'd need to get her friends to help her sell cookies so that they could raise enough money. So that's sort of the seed that was planted in Chaeli's mind.
Chaeli and I have been best friends since we were born. When she wanted us to help, it was just like a yes, because we're all such close friends and over the times we've got such a special bond.
We do it for Chaeli because we love her and we just want to help other people.
Poppy Honey started coming for physio and OT on a weekly basis in March 2008, and 18 months later we were absolutely delighted to find that she would hop out of the car and she would walk down the road into Chaeli Cottage.
We received Poppy Honey when she was 10 weeks old. The doctor confirmed to us that she had been born prematurely. Prognosis wasn't very good. In fact, he thought that perhaps Poppy Honey wouldn't talk or even walk.
Hey, so when I met Poppy Honey last year, at the beginning of last year, she wasn't able to stand by herself, and she didn't like to hold things. That was her main thing. She really sort of withdrew from holding anything. So August last year she started crawling, and then soon after that she started standing.
I see Jordan once a week, and I've been seeing him off and on for a year. He came to me 2 years after he'd drunk turpentine as a child, and which resulted in quite a lot of brain damage, mostly affecting his vision and his coordination, and I believe his muscle tone. In the sessions I work on his muscle tone, so I get him to do a lot of big movements like pushing, pulling, building, everything with 2 hands, trying to bring him into the midline. And then I work with the fine motor things with him to try improve his visual perception. He's going to do his preschool year next year and hopefully go into mainstream school.
I could see that Jordan, before he even had his spectacles, was struggling with depth. He used to fall over things. When he started coming here, that definitely changed almost immediately.
I have a son. His name is Oyindanda. He cannot talk. He also cannot walk. But there's one thing about him. He understands everything. It's like we can be able to communicate with him. He like to smile. It was not an easy thing for me. Also, and my wife, we decided to be united and to give him the love that he deserved.
Right, we're going to Simunya Creche in Kalkfontein to visit Oyentanda, who is in a little creche there, and he's the only child with a disability. And we're going to check up and see how things are going and chat to his carer teacher, Nosifundo.
It was difficult because it was the first time we see a child like this, and showed me how to handle Oyentanda, and it's okay to me. And the others, they helped me.
So he needs to use AAC or alternative and effective communication. So we're really trying to provide support for Ms. Fundo, the teacher there, as to how she can include Oyentanda.
last term we supported the Chaeli campaign because we feel that they do something direct to help people that have particular needs.
I would like to say first very much thank you to everybody. The Chaeli campaign has done a lot for us. We've started with the Chaeli campaign, I think, 2007.
The standing frame will help him with his hips because they can become stronger, and also his back. Now we can know he can stand at the same time just like any other child. So we're really happy. It's one of those days where you can say, wow.
Two of the most powerful words in the English language, I think, are thank you.
Okay, we've been associated with the Chaeli campaign for a number of years now. We've bought a few wheelchairs already. We identify one child and we buy a wheelchair for that child with funds raised from the plant sale that you can see is going very well in the background.
I've been in contact with the Chaeli campaign for several years now, and I found that the emotional support and the advice and the encouragement that it's given me has been absolutely incredible. I have a 9-year-old son in a wheelchair at a mainstream school, and the great thing about inclusive education is that the children all learn from each other, and it teaches everybody that people in wheelchairs, people who are disabled, can lead and do lead wonderful and exciting and meaningful lives full of potential.
It's nice to help other people and it just gives me excitement and energy.
Inclusive education is a philosophy that promotes the inclusion of children, all children, including those with any barrier to learning. That means a disability or social barrier, poverty, so that they can participate meaningfully in the classroom. It means that the environment needs to change, what happens in the classroom needs to change in order to accommodate that learner so that they can benefit and learn in the classroom and participate meaningfully. So that's what inclusive education is about, and it's a fundamental human right. I think it's a mindset that we need to change. People need to make a huge paradigm shift first of all, before we can even practice things.
The earlier we invest in young children, the greater the return to our country, to the economy and to the education system. We went into collaboration with the Chaeli campaign and provided assistive devices to children across the Western Cape province. This was following a grant from a Dutch funder. And the reason for this is that in our country, many children who have special physical needs, these needs are not met, with the result that they don't get the opportunities which is their right. So we've gone into partnership with a top-class organization, the Chaeli campaign, and it's worked very, very well.
The Chaeli campaign has sponsored me, the Omigo, and has sponsored me a laptop in order to make life easier. The laptop I take to school, I use it at school, the teachers allow it. I do my projects, my homework and everything on there, and I read a lot now.
Life is now faster in the books, and that I don't need to do anything or ask anyone for help if I want to read something. I want to say thank you to the Chaeli campaign and everyone that's helped Chaeli campaign to sponsor me the Omigo, and I just thank you very much because it's changed my life.
The Chaeli campaign is the only organization in the country started by children and largely run by children, and that's a phenomenal achievement for those 5 girls.
In 2006, a number of children were removed from a facility in Langa and relocated to this premises. So currently we've got 56 children and young adults with intellectual and physical disabilities. Initially, we didn't have a physio and an OT for this particular service. And in our environment, because we work with the really profound children, the physio and the occupational therapist is as essential to us as a doctor is to any other service. So in 2007, Chaeli campaign was so kind to offer the occupational therapy and physio services to us.
What I've really tried to focus on is occupational enrichment and spending time with the children, and then the other area that we've been very involved in is supporting Miranda with her stimulation time. We did some workshops around play and how to help these kind of children to play, and then just supporting the carers with their individual small groups.
From all our carers here and the kids, we want to say thank you for Chaeli campaign because they help us a lot.
The Chaeli campaign has worked in the communities of Masipumalele and Ocean View since 2005, and this has already created a relationship that allows us to interact with parents.
Each of the mums had a look at their own development chart and saw where their baby was at this stage, what they are able to do, and then we looked what's the next thing in the sequence that they need to start helping them to develop.
Right, we're running a workshop this morning on positioning and communication. And we've got the carers here.
It was a program where there was regular skills transfers between the therapists as well as the staff, with regular workshops held, quarterly workshops held, and also focusing on skills transfers onto the parents in order to be able to care better for their children with special needs.
The workshops that we have every month, they come and they show us how to do different communication with the children, positioning with the children, standing frames, we put them up into standing frames, and also they had workshops for parents to educate the parents so that they can continue with what we are doing.
We run a parent support group once a month. We don't call it a parent support group because there's so many different connotations around the idea of a support group. We call it a booster session. If you want to talk, you talk. If you just want to listen, that's cool.
I come to the Chaeli campaign booster sessions because I have a son, Rory, who is 15. He is vision impaired. I find the booster sessions a comfort because it's nice to meet other people who are in the same boat as yourself, people who understand, who can answer some of your questions, and you can answer questions for people who have children younger than yours who are maybe thinking of going the same path for inclusive education. And it's just like everything, it's nice to know that you're not alone.
A few weeks ago on a Saturday afternoon, Farrell Perkins did a concert for us, just unplugged in our garden at Chaeli Cottage. And it was really great meeting him because I've loved his music for quite a while now. And I just think it was something really cool to have him playing for us and helping us raise funds.
I watched him fall down, down. I thought I heard a voice coming from the trees.
I didn't really know about the campaign until Tracy introduced it to me and looked it up, and it looked like an amazing initiative and some really incredible people behind it, and it was an absolute honour to be involved in it. So yeah, it was very cool and everyone was very accommodating and had a good time. And yeah, I'm just going to go out there and just mingle with everyone and high five as many people as I possibly can.
You, like a million grains of sand falling through my head. As I fall into you, like a million grains of sand falling through my head. Young men over here keep gazing down into the streets they stare to wander round, 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 hoping to forget why the things they do are only good for some, but not enough.